In light of the recent High Court ruling in St. Kitts and Nevis decriminalizing buggery, efforts will be made to look at other discriminatory practices that violate the constitutional rights of persons within the LGBTQ plus community. Ecade, the organization representing the interests of persons within the LGBTQ plus community, hailed the court ruling in a recent virtual press conference attended by their legal representatives and its members. Kenita Placide, executive director of Ecade, said the ruling is not a challenge against church or theology, but about preserving constitutional rights.
We are not here to challenge church. We are not here to challenge theology. What we challenged was the state on the protection of a citizen, which by measure of the law discriminated against them. However, if you look at the manner in which the judgment is written, we also note that our organization, St. Kitts and Nevis Alliance, stands firmly on the protection of minors. And so the work that we actually advocate for in terms of sexual intimacy is talking about consenting adults. Anyone who goes outside that law should be dealt with the fullest extent of the law. If dealing with a minor or doing something which is not consensual, there are laws that would allow for those matters to be addressed. But in our case, we were dealing with consenting adults in this situation. And this is always a difference in what we actually advocate for.
Tynetta McCoy of SKN Alliance, a member of Ecade, spoke about the feedback from the local community in the lead up to the case.
Basically a roller coaster up and down. Having conversation with the community first to see where they might not, because it's definitely not just about us, but also about the whole community and a whole. We did get some positive response. There was some concern around some individuals about what the society would proclaim or whatever like that. I mean, at the beginning, I do have my concern as well, as opposed to I'm still very young. What will be the backlash or how it will affect my personal lifestyle and everything like that. And I was assured that, you know, we will be in safe hands and everything like that. And so said, so then, for me personally, after hearing the judgment yesterday, you know, it was a time that I lost words. But more importantly, it's happy for me and also hearing remarks from the community where majority of the community members has reached out to me and they are very happy and also noting that this is the first step and there's a lot of work still to be done, you know, because it's something that I feel it's about time that people are allowed to be themselves.
Meanwhile, Placide said Ecade will be willing to engage the church on the issue of sexuality, especially as it relates to homosexuality.
And I think as we continue engaging church leaders across the Caribbean, we did a session on sexuality and spirituality, the coexistence of sexuality and spirituality, because we definitely know this is a conversation that have to have, especially in the Caribbean where sex conversation is still so taboo and full acknowledgement of sexuality feels like you are jumping down a rabbit hole.
The Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court delivered a judgment decriminalizing buggery, or otherwise referred to as certain consensual sexual conduct between adults 18 years and older in private in St. Kitts and Nevis. The ruling said buggery in St. Kitts and Nevis is no longer a crime once it involves acts constituting consensual sexual conduct in private between adults. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.